Hi everyone, I am here on the second part of the junk journal series, and normally after I assemble a junk journal, creating the cover is one of the first things I do, even though I feel like that should possibly be one of the last, so I'm not constantly like flipping it, but I don't really feel like doing the cover. I just really wanted to do some ephemera or some tags to go inside, so that's what I'm going to work on a little bit. I do have a couple of cabinet cards that I made just by copying cabinet cards. I copy the front and then I copy the back, and I cut them, glue them together, and then I ink the edges a bit. So they come out pretty good, and there's a couple of cabinet cards that I wanted to use in this that I really love, and I'm just not quite ready to use the originals yet. And I think I want to make a tag. So I'm gonna start, and I have a bunch of just random pieces of like ephemera and things here that I want to use. I do want to use a book page and cover the tag, so I'm going to do that. And this is antique rag paper. I'm going to cover the whole tag with that. So I'm just going to start by using some of this glue. I actually prefer the 3-in-1 glue or the Fabri-Tac. I just don't have any. And honestly, with the very old ephemera, that's glue seems a little too strong anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue. I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening or day, depending on when you're watching this. I am definitely feeling some excitement because this is the first summer in almost 2 decades now that I'm not going back to school. Well, actually, I mean, if you think about professionally and then just my own personal education, this is the first summer I think ever that I'm not going back to school since I started school. But yeah, I'm taking a break from my full-time education job. Those of you that have been watching my videos have probably heard me say that. I'm going to be focusing on the shop and my family, and I'm actually going to attempt at homeschool, so we're going to see how that goes. And yeah, so I'm getting pretty excited because I'm starting to see all those back to school posts, and it's starting to like settle in that I don't have to worry about that this year, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna try on here. I normally just cut, but because these are the antique book pages, I wanted to see if maybe I could just rip them for like a more antique-y look, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Let's see. And if you hear some activity in the background, yeah, it's gonna work. It's just gonna leave some little missing pieces. That's okay. If you hear some activity in the background, my cats have decided that it is a great time to play. Why not, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and rip the edges off here. I really have no idea where I'm going with this yet. I just figured I would craft a little and it would maybe just come to me. So there's a couple little pieces that are going to be missing, and then we're going to wait for that glue to dry a little bit. And that noise is my oldest cat, Sunflower, who will sit at the door and scream until he's allowed to go out. And we don't like to let them out at night because there's all kinds of different wildlife where I live, even though I'm in a residential neighborhood, but I have some preserves around this neighborhood. So there are foxes, there are bobcats, there are all kinds of things, and definitely don't want him out at night, but that's like his favorite time. Okay. So I think for this, I wanted to do some lace layering, and then I wanted to clip. I really, really love this voided check When's it from? 1933. I just really love that. So I want to use this, and I want to like clip it to the front. And I may want to use this. This is just a little, like a little ledger page with some handwriting on it. Just beautiful handwriting. All right, so I want to use that, and I think I might want to use some of these. I've started trying to do a little bit of painting. I actually attempted to film a video. I don't know if it was last night or the night before, and I was painting, and it just did not go well. So you're not going to see the video, but that's okay. I'm looking for, what am I looking for here? I have some pieces of lace just kind of thrown to the side here, and I can kind of relate it to if you're a parent and you've ever made your child's lunch, sometimes your lunch ends up being the scraps of their lunch, and I'm kind of relating this box of laces to that, because these are like the scrap laces. If I'm cutting yardage for an order, or I'm doing something with like making kits or something, if there's like the leftover pieces, I just kind of throw them off to the side. And I've been, over the past week or two, I've been trying to collect those discarded pieces, the scraps. I never throw them away. I, of course, always, they're either, if they're long enough, they're put in the extras basket. If they're just little baby pieces, they go in here to do something with. So I've been kind of collecting them so that I can use them for this. So what I think I'm going to do is add some lace layers to this, and then I want to put one of the cabinet cards on it, and then I'm going to put a couple of little pieces over it. Let's see. No, it's too big. It's pretty. And whenever I'm doing a project, one of my favorite things to do is just to layer laces. And I honestly just test out what I have in front of me, what I think looks good. I sometimes will go through my laces ahead of time and like pull out ones that I just really want to use. Okay, like that. And in this journal, some blue. So if I can incorporate that one in, this is one of my favorites. Actually, I like that better. And I just like to test out, like, it's gonna look good. I had a pink one over here and I can't find it. That'd be pretty. Yeah, like I said, there was like a little pink one, and it is missing. So it was not meant to be. This one. Do that one first. Let's see. I like the staining on that one. Too similar in color. And I could get up and go look at laces, but a lot of times I don't know, like I find it challenging and exciting to just kind of set aside the box of scraps or whatever it is that I've picked out and challenge myself to use those, because I want to challenge myself to use what I have in front of me. All right, I think I'm going to go with that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here, sitting out. I'm probably going to use, oh, I like her. I really like her. So I think what I'm going to do is put her down and then put that lace over the top. Maybe both of these. Okay. I'm gonna do that. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing. I do have my hot glue gun because that's just, it's easier when I'm doing laces, and especially if I'm trying to do like a tag that I want done, or especially if I'm trying to make a video and I want the laces to stay put, I'll just use a little bit of hot glue. Let's see. I'm gonna try to go towards the top here, so I'm not wasting too much. And when I'm putting glue on laces, I try to stay away from like the open parts so that glue is not showing through too much. I mean, it's really inevitable that there's going to be some glue peeking through, but not enough that it's going to look bad. Go a little bit further because I want to eventually do like some kind of little snippet or something there. And then I'm still trying to decide if I want to do, because I really like that. But I feel like if I do this with just this, that it's, I don't know, not enough lace on the left side, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put down the white piece first. And this glue gun I've had for, oh my gosh, a long time. When I stopped crafting about, gosh, how old is my daughter? She's 7. So I stopped crafting like this. I did, you know, scrapbooks for her and things like that, but they were more functional items versus, you know, just for fun or art therapy kind of things. I got rid of a lot of my stuff, and I was also renting at the time, and we went through a couple of different rentals before we moved into this house. And so I got rid of a lot of stuff, but I kept all the essentials, and the glue gun is one of those things that I kept like through everything, and is still hanging on and doing great. I hate to cover up the back, but that's, I mean, that's okay. That's why I made the copy of them, so that I wasn't using my actual cabinet card. And if I want to use that back for something, I'll just make another copy of it. I wasn't sure how I was going to use them though, so I wanted to assemble them with the front and back. Some of them I'll probably use as little tuck-ins in the journal. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna move it a little bit closer to the top so it's not perfectly center, because I want to be able to add some little embellishments down there of some sort. I don't know what yet. Not yet. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this lace down. And when I put the glue, I want those little loops to be over the edge there. And when I'm using hot glue, I just do half at a time. Sometimes, like if I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm like having a good day, I'll put the whole glue strip down, but I don't know, it's a little too risky for me, because then I end up letting the glue dry too much and or going too fast and not liking where it ended up. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess trims. for now. Those go back in the scrap pile. Cut that one. Okay, so there we have it so far. And I have this really pretty applique. I think I just want to use that little leaf actually. I love appliques and laces that you can cut apart and just use in different places. Okay. So I'm probably going to use this one somewhere like here, but I don't know what I'm putting it, so I don't want to yet. Just looking through stuff I have off to the side. Okay, so I'm going to do something here. Like I've said a few times, I don't really know what yet, so I'm gonna, oh wait, do I want to use this? Just like a piece of this. Maybe. No. I have some of this really pretty metallic trim that I've been hoarding. It's gorgeous. It's like really antique. I might put like a little loop there or something. Like make a little rose. I think that's what I'm gonna do actually, is make a little gold rosette to put there. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure. I might put that. But while I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look at those different ephemera pieces I wanted to use. Or not ephemera, sorry, the different like little papers. Don't use that. I was thinking of using like the check, but now I don't want to cover it. What I may just do is some kind of gauzy piece here. I may do that, like paperclip, like gauze and a couple of little things. This can go on whatever page I'm using this for. Maybe this can go with it because it's really pretty. Okay. I keep going back to this because I want to use that. It's my dog climbing up and down the stairs. If you okay, so I just had to play around a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do is a couple of these. With a leaf, and then another little one here. And if I don't like the way it looks, then I will take it off. But I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. Stick. gonna zoom in a little, and I went with this. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to use, so I went with that. And I'm thinking of using this, but I'm just not sure where and how. Thinking like right here. I have, gosh, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I know what I want. I have some other little appliques I want to use, but for now I'm just gonna leave it just like this, I think. I'm just gonna wait because I don't want to use, I don't know that I want to use that. It might be too shiny. Okay, so I'm going to then put some of this gauze get one of my little pens that my friend Steph gave me. Thank you, Steph. Not sure if I want to use a ball pen or if I want to use a paper clip. So I'm going to use a paper clip for now, and then I may switch it out. So I think I'm just going to clip this here for now. Sorry, I wasn't in frame there. So I'm going to clip this here. And I want to put a couple of other little things. I really like that writing. I think we need to put that. Okay, where's my ruler? I just wanted a small piece. This is the beautiful rag paper page. I don't want to use that yet. I'm going to put that there for now. Let's switch that. Nope. I think I'm just going to have this. So I was kind of thinking that I wanted to do the lace at the top, but I don't think I do. I actually think I want to keep it like this and maybe add like a little tie or something there instead. Like just a little lace thing. Add that down there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I have that there. I want to add a little ribbon to the top. Oh, I still want to do like a little rosette. No, I think it's too much. so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use part of this just as a tie at the top. There we go. Okay, so there is a tag, and while it's not a whole lot for the book, it's definitely something that I can tuck somewhere in the book. And I've been really wanting to make some tags because I'm watching Tina's Tagtastic videos that she's doing this week, so I'll link that below. But yeah, so here's a tag that's going to go in my junk journal. I'm going to go ahead and work on creating some different things and hopefully be back with another video in just a few days. So I was just starting to put my stuff away, and I really just wanted to make kind of the thing that I was thinking about. And what I did is I took that voided check and the little, like the color block thing that I made, and I just ripped it. So I have this for another page, and I love the way these old ledger papers rip when you just rip them along. Just hold it and rip it along the edge of your ruler. I had a little piece of paper I wanted to use, and then that, like that tulle lace that I was wanting to put here, kind of those things that I was wanting to put here but just didn't feel right. I flipped them together here. And I took a little piece of that gold French trim, and I love the way that it's kind of ripping, not ripping, but unraveling here at the bottom, and I want that to show. So I'm going to include this here, and I might try to fray this up a little bit more is kind of what I'm thinking. It's really hard to rip into these things, but here I could just use a tool to rip some of those out to fray it a bit more. That's what I want to do. Okay, so I'm not going to do all that right now, but I'm going to work on that. And I'm going to glue this here. And I still kind of want to use that leaf. So I think I'm going to glue the leaf right there. Put that way. And I was debating whether or not to make this a pocket to, like, you know, stick something else or another piece of ephemera, but I like being able to see the whole check. So I think I'm just gonna keep this and have this like tucked into a pocket, and then you can take it out and look at the check. Okay, so there we have the couple of things that I've made. I'm not sure where they're gonna go yet, but they will definitely have a home somewhere. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Bye.